It sounds impossible. In the frozen black depths of the Southern Ocean, the colossal squid outweighs the giant squid by more than 200 kilograms, crushing every known rule about size and survival on Earth. These are not merely long. Colossal squid are denser, heavier, and more powerfully built than anything else in their world. Why did evolution drive this monster to grow even larger than the giant squid, a species already at the extremes of nature? What secrets of cold, pressure, and predators do these behemoths conceal? The answer starts where sunlight ends. 3,000 meters below the Antarctic ice, the water presses in with the weight of a mountain. At these depths, every square centimeter of flesh must withstand more than 300 times the pressure at sea level. The temperature never rises above -1 degree Celsius, a world so cold that most life slows to a crawl, and only the most specialized survivors remain. Here, the colossal squid is not simply large, it is engineered for endurance against physics itself. Heavier, denser, more powerful. The Southern Ocean's bathyal zone is a realm of extremes. No sunlight penetrates. The water hovers just above freezing, and the pressure crushes anything unprepared. In these conditions, size is not a luxury, it is a shield. The colossal squid's dense, muscular mantle insulates its organs, slowing the loss of precious heat. A smaller body would bleed warmth too quickly, risking fatal chill in minutes. A creature weighing nearly half a ton loses heat far more slowly, clinging to life in a world designed to sap it away. A shield of mass. Pressure shapes every cell. At 300 atmospheres, fragile structures collapse and only robust, compact forms endure. The colossal squid's stouter build resists deformation, its tissues adapted to function where water is as thick as syrup, and every movement is a battle against the cold. Antarctic currents sweep nutrients through the darkness, but food is unpredictable, and only those who can store energy survive the famine between feasts. Survival by bulk. Near freezing, crushing pressure, this is the arena where mass means survival. In the Southern Ocean's depths, the environment itself is the first and most relentless predator. A colossal squid's bulk is not just armor against the cold, it is a strategy for survival in a world where every calorie counts. Heavier, denser, more powerful. In the Southern Ocean's perpetual twilight, food arrives in pulses, and months may pass between meals. Here, metabolic scaling becomes a matter of life and death. As body size increases, mass-specific metabolic rate drops. This relationship, expressed as m to the -1/4, means a 500 kilogram squid burns fewer calories per kilogram than a much smaller cousin. As a result, a giant can wait out the famine, surviving on stored reserves, while smaller animals starve. A cold economy. Lloyd Peck, a physiologist who measures Antarctic metabolism in sub-zero labs, explains that cold slows every chemical reaction. At -1 degree Celsius, a colossal squid's cells run at a fraction of the speed seen in warmer seas. Peck's experiments show that invertebrates at these temperatures may have metabolic rates 50 to 70% lower than temperate relatives. In practical terms, it costs less to be big when the ocean is this cold. Silence in the deep. The math is relentless. A squid twice as heavy does not need twice the food. Instead, Each additional kilogram requires only about 3/4 of the energy. This scaling law lets the colossal squid amass dense muscle and thick reserves without dooming itself to starvation. In the Antarctic deep, mass is not just protection, it is efficiency, a way to outlast the long, hungry night. The colossal squid's physiology turns size into an economic advantage, setting the stage for the next challenge, surviving the world's largest predator. A sperm whale's dive begins with a single exhale at the surface, then a silent descent into darkness. Time depth recorders attached by Hal Whitehead's team track these giants plunging past 1,000 meters, then 2,000 meters, sometimes traveling for over 90 minutes on a single breath. The deepest forays reach the same abyssal plains where the colossal squid patrol, depths from 1,200 to 2,200 meters, far below the reach of sunlight. In these blackened layers, the paths of hunter and hunted cross. Silence becomes a weapon. Telemetry data reveal that Antarctic sperm whales spend the bulk of their foraging time in the same cold, high-pressure corridors occupied by Mesonychoteuthis. Dive profiles show repeated descents to the bathyal zone, with long, silent intervals at depth. Each one is a potential encounter with a squid weighing half a ton. A strike can begin without warning. Whitehead explains that the overlap is not coincidence. Whale foraging zones match the known habitat of the colossal squid, supported by the beaks found in whale stomachs and the scars on their skin. The risk is constant, and every deep dive is a collision course. In these shadowed trenches, the odds of an encounter are not remote. They are built into the very geography of the Southern Ocean. The battlefield is set, and neither side can avoid it. The colossal squid is heavier, denser, and more powerful than the giant squid. Inside the vaults of natural history museums, trays of squid beaks tell a silent story of violence in the deep. Malcolm Clark's archives, amassed over decades from whaling expeditions, contain hundreds of these chitinous trophies, each one a relic pried from the stomach of a sperm whale. Among them, the colossal squid beak stands out, thicker, darker, and up to 50% larger than any giant squid beak. Some measure more than 50 millimeters across the lower rostral length, hinting at animals weighing 600 kilograms or more. These beaks are not curiosities. They are forensic records of a hidden war. This is not myth. Every beak pulled from a whale gut is evidence of a battle survived by neither party. The whale digests the flesh, but the beak endures, proof that colossal squid are not rare accidents, but regular prey, hunted and consumed at depth. The scars on whale skin, long parallel gouges, match the arc of squid arms lined with swiveling hooks. Some whales return from the Antarctic with fresh wounds, the skin scored and puckered, a map of past encounters. Pay attention. The scale of these beaks, far exceeding those of giant squid, translates directly to evolutionary pressure. Each oversized specimen is a data point. Whales are targeting the heaviest, densest squid the Southern Ocean can produce. The archives do not lie. They show a pattern of escalation, where only the most massive squid stand a chance of resisting capture, and even then, survival is not guaranteed. The evidence is clear. Size is not an accident. It is a response to a predator that hunts by the ton. Heavier, denser, more powerful than the giant squid. The colossal squid is built for the physics of the abyss. Its mantle is twice as thick as a giant squid's, packed with dense muscle rather than empty space. Where Architeuthis stretches in length, Mesonicoteuthis concentrates mass in a compact frame, trading reach for brute power. Consider this. The Te Papa specimen weighed 495 kilograms, and it revealed a body designed for power. Short, wee, and heavy, its girth dwarfs even the longest giant squid. This is not a creature shaped to glide, it is shaped to deliver force. Girth matters. A single grip can decide life or death. Smithsonian cephalopod expert Mike Vecchione identifies the tentacular clubs as the defining hardware. Instead of rows of simple suckers, the arms bristle with swiveling hooks. Each hook can rotate to dig in, grip, and tear. Some hooks measure more than 2 centimeters across, arranged in 2 spiraling rows along the club. These are not passive ornaments. Hooks are machinery, not decoration, machinery. The hooks act as mechanical levers. They are evolved for leverage, able to anchor the squid to prey or to predator during a spinning high-pressure struggle. The rotation of each hook lets an arm twist and hold, multiplying the force delivered by the mantle's massive muscles. A twist can change everything. In the darkness, this arsenal is matched by the largest eyes in the animal kingdom, up to 40 centimeters across, tuned to the faintest glimmer. They are ready to spot the silhouette of a whale or the flash of a fleeing fish. Every feature is engineered for a single outcome: overwhelming force at the moment of contact. The colossal squid is heavier, denser, and more powerful than the giant squid. It is not simply a longer tentacle. Its bulk is a weapon, and its body is a store of survival. A colossal squid can go months without food, living off reserves packed deep within its mantle. In the Antarctic dark, where prey is scarce and seasons bring only brief abundance, this animal survives by rationing every stored calorie, a muscle that is also a fuel tank. The mantle's muscle is not just armor, it is a vault of energy, fueling sudden bursts of jet propulsion when prey or predator appears. With a single contraction, a colossal squid can launch itself through water that moves like syrup, burning through weeks' worth of fuel in seconds if escape demands it. Every contraction is a gamble. But such power comes at a cost. Every failed hunt, every missed opportunity, chips away at the reserves needed for survival. The true scale of this endurance is hard to measure because the animal itself is rare. Fewer than a dozen intact adult colossal squid have ever entered museum collections worldwide. Te Papa's 495-kilogram specimen stands as the largest preserved, and most encounters arrive as fragments, beaks taken from whale stomachs, or arms tangled and lost to the deep. Most of what we know is secondhand, taken from predators that feed on giants. Alan Palmer, a curator at Te Papa, keeps a tally that rarely climbs. Each specimen is a rare window into a life spent in near complete isolation, where every adaptation is pushed to its limit. The evidence is thin, the boundaries of knowledge set by the scarcity of the animal itself. The colossal squid's survival is written in its flesh, yet the full story remains locked in water deeper than any net has reached. What still lives beyond those depths is a final, unanswered mystery. Even now, colossal squid drift beyond reach. They are heavier, denser, and more powerful than any cephalopod we can study alive. As technology pushes deeper, new giants may emerge from the dark. Each discovery rewrites what survival means on our planet's harshest frontiers. The abyss still holds secrets no human eye has witnessed. What waits below?